Hello everyone, this is Devang here and I welcome you to Cost-O-Logy. Cost-O-Logy is a series of short videos that I have launched in which we will be learning about various interesting terms in the subject of costing. There are so many interesting terms involved in the subject of costing, and mostly the students have confusions in various important terms in the subject of costing. Well, this is where I'm coming up with short videos explaining various interesting terms in the subject of costing. My term for today is again an interesting one called as CSF and KPI. Yes, for today I have two different terms which I am comparing together because mostly students have confusions in that. Yeah. But chalo, before I start with that, let me tell you that now onwards, all my lectures of CA final costing you will find only and only on the Unacademy app. Yes, now onwards, Devang sir is available only on the Unacademy app, and of course, some free lectures on YouTube as well. But on the Unacademy app, you will find also many free lectures. I come up with various free lectures even on the Unacademy app. So, those of you who plan to join a regular batch, please check out the Unacademy app. In fact, in the Unacademy app, you will have multiple benefits. They don't charge for each subject. We don't charge now subject wise, rather we charge based on subscription. You pay the subscription, you pay subscription which is monthly subscription. You can opt for 1 month subscription or 2 months or 3 months subscription. Let's say you opt for a 3 month subscription. Then with this subscription, one subscription will give you multiple benefits. One single subscription can allow you to view all subjects. Yes, all subjects. It is no restriction on the subjects. You can watch all the subjects, and plus they have multiple educators for each subject. So yes, if you want to study costing, not necessarily you have to study with me. They have other costing faculties also. Of course, I will be delighted if you attend my classes on Unacademy because Devang sir is the best. But other benefits, well, on the Unacademy app, you will have live interactive classes. Trust me, this is so much better than the pen drive classes. Yes, because in pen drive classes, I have seen my students who get lazy, who get undisciplined. You are not able to follow the daily discipline of attending a class daily. If you don't do that daily, then you will lose the continuity of the subject. Well, in case of live classes, that continuity will be maintained. In case if you miss any live classes, don't worry about it. Recorded sessions are also available. And that also, it will be unlimited. It is not like the pen drive classes that you can view only 1.5 or 1.7 times and all. No, you can watch the classes any number of times as long as your monthly subscription is active. Yes, plus there will be regular doubt solving every week. Every week there will be regular doubt solving with the faculty live interaction, and you can also get mock test series for different subjects to make your preparations well. Yes, so trust me, it can't get better than this. Now all these benefits, you might be wondering that with all these benefits, does Unacademy turn out to be more expensive than routine classes or routine pen drive? Well, trust me, it is not. I can challenge that for the money that you pay for one subject pen drive, you can cover the entire group of CA final. That is what they are. That is what we are charging. You can go for CA final group 1 subscription. These are the subscription rates. You notice that 6 month subscription rate is just 12,500 rupees. And that also you can use our discount coupon code. I'll give you a discount code which will give you 10% discount on that. Yeah. Or you can go for CA final group 2 subscriptions. The pricings will be like these. Or better, more better, I suggest you go for a combo subscription. Combo subscription of group 1 plus group 2. And combo subscription will cost you for 6 months, say 22,500 rupees. Now, this is much better than purchasing subjects individually. Plus, over and above that, you can use code Yashas Live. It will give you further 10% discount. Yes, for the 10% discount using the code Yashas Live. Trust me, it doesn't get better than this. Yeah. Acha. We are also launching a new option here, a new offer here called as CA Final Iconic Subscription. What I said right now was a regular subscription. It is called as the Plus subscription. We're also launching something called as CA Final Iconic subscription. Under the Iconic subscription, you will get all the Plus benefits, what I discussed so far, plus additionally, you will have a dedicated doubt solving professional. A professional will be dedicated personally only for your own doubt solving, not doubt solving in a batch. Plus, you'll be getting printed books from us. We'll be having test series, regular test series, and even evaluation of the test series. And you can connect with your peer group, connect with your doubt solving professionals personally. Yeah, these are the benefits of the Iconic subscription. It will be launched eventually, not yet. But right now, let me announce that my next batch is starting. Our next batch that is starting, it will be for CA Final Group 2 for May 22 exam aspirants, and even for the aspirants after May 22 exam. It will be applicable for students appearing in May 22 or after May 22, both of them. I will be taking the subject of costing, and particularly my subject is starting on 12th of August. Mark the date. My subject is starting on 12th August, and it is going to be an evening batch this time. Last month I launched a morning batch. This month I'll be launching an evening batch for the subject of costing, CA Final Costing. But be aware that these batches, all the batches of Group 2 here, all the 4 subjects that you see here, all of them will be a comprehensive batch. Comprehensive meaning it is not a crash batch. It is going to be a regular batch. You can check out the Unacademy app. Go to Devang Kothari, hit the follow button, and in that in my profile, you will see the next batch that is coming up, the next course that is coming up. It will give you all the details of the course. It is going to be a comprehensive regular batch, and it will be 100% English language batch. Okay? Yeah. Anyways, enough of marketing. Let us get back to our main important term for today. As I said, my term for today is called as CSF and KPI. CSF stands for Critical Success Factor, while KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator. Now, what do these mean? Well, first, let me show you the definition. CSF is defined as CSF means a factor which defines success for the company. Any factor which defines success for a company is called as the CSF. Basically, CSF are the objectives that the company want to achieve. It's like in different companies, different things might be regarded as a success. Like in certain companies, success means getting good profit. In certain other companies, success means having more customers, having more customer satisfaction. Certain companies, for other companies, maybe success is employee satisfaction. So whatever, in different companies, they might be regarding different factors as the success. Whichever factor company regards as success is called as the critical success factor. Done. But the other term related to that is the term called KPI, Key Performance Indicator. KPI is basically a measurement. KPI are set of measurements to see whether the CSF is achieved or not. Whether the success is actually achieved or not, how do you measure? Well, it is measured in terms of KPI. That is like CSF is just a factor, it is a criteria, while KPI is the measurement to see whether that factor is achieved or not. KPI is a measurement, and because it is a measurement, it involves setting up targets and checking whether you achieved the target or not. Checking is done by comparing it with the actual performance. I'll give you examples that will give you more clarity. Check out. For CSF, I can say examples are like profitability. Like I said, certain companies want to achieve profitability. Well, as such, every company wants to achieve profitability. So, profitability might be a CSF in almost every company, because every company wants to achieve a profit. Every company will have objectives. One of the objectives definitely is to earn profit. Now, if earning profit is the objective, if earning profit defines success of the company, then profitability is called as the success factor. Like most of companies will have profitability as the success factor. But you know which companies will not have profitability as a success factor? Well, yes, charitable companies, charitable organizations, non-profit organizations. Now, any charitable non-profit organization, trust me, for them, is profitability defining their success? No. For non-profit organization, charitable organization, the amount of charity that they do defines success of the company. You understand the difference? Yes. But chalo, in most of companies, yes, profitability defines the success of the company. So profitability is an example of the success factor. But then how does a company measure that have they achieved sufficient profitability or not? Just having 1 rupee profit will be defined as success? No. To define, to actually prove or to actually say that I have achieved success, the companies will set some targets. Company will create a set of measurement, and for each such measure they will create a target, and then that targets are compared with the actual. So three things are involved in KPI. Number one, decide what will be the measurement. Number two, set a target for that measurement. And number three, check your actuals with that target. For example, in case of profitability, if profitability is the success factor, then the measurement can be done using ROI, return on investment. So ROI is a measurement to check whether profitability is achieved or not. Company will set targets for the ROI. Company will set targets that chalo this year we should achieve 20% return on investment. And then by the end of the year, you compare whether you actually achieved 20% return on investment or not. Do you understand this? Yes. So basically, CSF is the factor, KPI is the measurement. Look at many more examples just like that. In certain companies, achieving customer satisfaction is a success. Certain companies consider earning profit as a success. Certain companies might consider achieving customer satisfaction as the success. Now, how will they measure whether customer satisfaction is achieved or not? Well, they might measure that using variety of factors, using variety of measurements. But I'm just giving one example. Say maybe they measure it using the market share. Because if market share of my company increases, it indicates that more customers are preferring my product. It indicates that customers are more satisfied. Done? Yes. Or success factor might be quality improvement. Certain companies consider improvement in quality as a success. Well, how is that measured? It can be measured by measuring the number of defectives produced. They'll keep a target that I should not produce more than this much defectives. So if I achieve my result within the target, if I achieve the target, then yes, the CSF is achieved. Or certain companies might consider employee improvement as a success. Employee skill improvement is defined as success. And for these companies, they can measure the success factor using a KPI like number of training hours. How many hours have I spent in training my workers? How many hours of employee training have I given? And the companies will also keep targets that every month my employees should be given so many hours of training. You achieve that hours, it means your success is achieved. Do you understand? Yeah, this is basically CSF and KPI. In fact, in fact, let me conclude with a more relatable example. Yes, a very relatable example for every CA student. If you are a chartered accountant student, you are in CA final. Then tell me, for a CA final student, what defines success? What defines success for a CA final student? Well, for a CA final student, what defines success, I can say, is becoming a chartered accountant. If becoming a chartered accountant defines success for you, yes, but then how do you measure? How do I measure that whether you have become a chartered accountant or not? Well, it is measured based on the exam marks that you score. It is measured based on the marks that you score in the exam. Yes, as of now, becoming a chartered accountant is primarily decided based on the marks that you score in the exam. Of course, articleship is also important, but that is generally not the challenging part. Challenging part is scoring good marks in the exam. Plus, there are also targets in that. What are the targets? The target is that either you score 40 marks in every subject and you have to also score 50 marks overall. So 40 marks per subject, 50 marks overall. That is the target. That target is always involved when KPI comes into picture. And whether success is achieved or not, it is identified by comparing the actual performance with the target. If your actual marks are more than 40 and 50, then yes, you have achieved the target, so your success is achieved. You have become a chartered accountant. Congratulations. Done? Yes, that is basically our CSF and KPI. I hope you enjoyed this short video. I will be coming up with many more interesting terms like this in future. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Good night.